Welcome to another podcast. A special guest in front of me. I've known her for a little while now. I've been blessed enough to help her buy a property here in Vegas, and now we're just friends. And so I want to bring Abby Sullivan to the show because I think it's what you do is fascinating. I think in the city of Vegas, we do a lot of people have different industries and careers, and you are a strip performer. You're a performer on the strip, and I want to talk to you and pick your brain about that. But welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So, Abby, I know you're not from Vegas. I know you live here now. So tell me a little bit about you and your skill set, what brought you, she is a dancer. So tell me how that started. So start from the beginning, where you're from.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm originally from upstate New York, Buffalo.
Okay.
I love Buffalo so much. It's a great place to live, but it's cold.
Yeah.
It is too cold, and there's not a lot of opportunities for dance there at all. I was going to be a Buffalo Jill, which were the cheerleaders for the Buffalo Bills, but that season, the season that I made it, they cut them due to the lawsuits. So then I danced for a year there before I moved to Vegas, dancing for the lacrosse team.
Okay. Oh,
and this is after I went to college for dance and danced my whole life since I was 2.
Okay. Well, let's start there.
Oh,
when did you start? Yeah. How old?
When I was 2, I was a little
yeah.
baby,
Okay,
and my sister was enrolled in dance. She actually opened a dance studio with, not my sister, but she was one of the first students at the dance studio.
Okay.
So it was kind of just like, of course I'm going to.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was a baby. They wanted me to get in there. And from the jump, I was, I loved it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was forced into it or anything.
Sure.
And every year I kind of just grew more into it, and people started recognizing it more, that I was a really good performer.
Very cool.
I got a lot of positive feedback from my teachers, and like the other moms would compliment me, which
Cool.
was funny.
It's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, we competed just a little. We weren't like a crazy competition studio.
Okay.
Like we didn't do solos or anything. Like I
Okay.
didn't get, if I was featured, it was just me kind of shining in a group.
Gotcha. So you'd be maybe put in the front of the formation for that?
Yeah,
Okay,
front
okay.
or like center.
Okay.
And that was really nice too.
Sure.
So I kind of just knew. And then, yes, I went to college for dance. I had a BFA, a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Dance. It is at a college kind of close to Buffalo, like 40 minutes.
Okay.
Just far enough for my parents, but close enough to go home on the weekend if I really need to.
There you go.
And I also got a minor in PR, which I never touched.
In PR, physical, or public relations? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They always wanted you to, actually not a minor, I don't know what I'm talking about, a double major.
Oh,
and
wow.
I never touched it, which kind of sucks. But they wanted you to have a minor,
Okay.
and I said, why don't I just, I've always been pretty good at school.
Cool. When you're locked in, you're locked in.
Yeah, and it was nice to be in real classes as well. It's
Sure.
a liberal arts education, but to study something else in addition to dance.
Sure.
It was a well-rounded dance education, though. In college, you take acting and
cool.
music theory, which was so hard. My sister
I can
actually tutored
imagine.
me.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what is this?
And it's all required for your major for dance. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it is good. I wish they had taught us more voice.
Okay.
Just if you wanted to pursue like musical theater
Theater,
or
yeah.
be a host of a show, it helps to be able to say.
Did you like theater?
I did.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I went into that more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then after I graduated, I danced a little bit in Buffalo and saved money, and then moved to Vegas, which was a plan that I started when I was 13.
Okay.
I came to Vegas for a dance competition,
Okay.
and I loved it here. I thought it was the most energetic, beautiful.
Was it in the summer or when was it?
When was
Because
it?
you remembered if it was like, oh, it was hot.
It was pretty hot, but I liked it.
Okay,
I mean,
cool.
coming from Buffalo, where you're
That's
just
true.
like dying of like, it feels like glass shards in your face. It's
Sure.
so
It's
cold.
different. Yeah.
But I think it was June, I want to say, June or July.
Okay, so yeah, it was hot.
And I said, I'm going to live here one day at 13.
Yeah.
So then
very cool. I'm pretty sure not many 13-year-olds say Vegas is where I want to be.
Right. And that's like before you party or anything. I just
100%.
liked it because I saw Mystere, Cirque du Soleil, and I'm
Okay.
like, these people are insanely
Sure.
talented. And that is one of the most amazing things about Vegas is just this talent comes from all over the world, from
Right.
other countries to perform here. It's remarkable.
How long was your stay here when you were here?
Like a week.
Okay.
I did 2 dance competitions. So the next one, I'm like, yep, still love it. And then I visited when I was 21 for my friend's 21st, partied a little. I'm like, okay, yeah, I like it here. I could definitely do this. So I set a date after college. I said, I'm moving on August 23rd. So I'm about to come up on my anniversary. And then my mom and I just went. I knew that I would be kind of scared and I didn't want to get cold feet. So I set the date, and that was the date. And then we drove here. And then it's just been history ever since.
That's so cool. So you've been here for a while now. So when you're growing up, doing and learning all the dancing, what other dances do you know besides what you do now? Like what did you learn?
My studio was mostly tap and jazz,
Okay.
and then a little bit of ballet. Wish I went to ballet more.
Yep.
So go to ballet if you're a dancer and listening
Yep.
to this. Just good for alignment and
Sure.
technique, because the ballet is like the foundation of all other
Yeah,
forms
yeah,
of
yeah,
dance,
yeah.
really.
That's funny. I hear football teams are now taking ballet lessons. It's for balance and alignment, and but apparently it's really good for strength and core strength.
Absolutely.
So they're doing. I mean, it's funny. You see this 350-pound lineman like using the bar or whatnot. I'm like,
Yeah, they're
hey.
probably gripping it. You're really supposed to only like tap.
Oh, is that,
Sure,
they're
not, like, just
holding on to it.
fingertips on
You can see it
there.
like bend a little bit, but no,
Oh my God, it's cute. I gotta watch it.
it's fast. But I think they're doing that. I mean, I think people forget dancing is such a sport. First of all, it's a sport. It's a legitimate sport. These dancers are in amazing shape. I think they did some kind of study too. They showed dancers are probably the most healthy because you use every part of your body. Obviously, your mind is from choreography too. You guys are literally athletes. I mean, look at yourself. You're obviously in great shape, but they're straight up athletes. You really are athletes. It's really impressive what you guys do, because you guys are practicing like an athlete. You're eating well like an athlete, right? And you have a playbook like an athlete. I mean, the only thing different is contact, maybe. I mean, that's about
There's
it.
been some contact in my show.
Maybe not on purpose or an accident.
Accidentally like just whip somebody.
Good point. Good point. But yeah,
no,
I mean,
it's totally true, and I've gotten into that argument with people before. I think I was trying to get like what was it? I won't say the brand,
Sure,
but the
sure,
brand
sure.
does like a partnership with athletes. If you're a team, a member of a professional sports team, you can get a discount on this brand.
Okay.
A brand I really love.
Yeah.
And I sent them, like, they wanted a roster pick, and I sent them my website.
Sure,
And
sure,
the
sure.
website for my show. It is like clear as day. We are professional. We've been around for 25 years. Like,
Yeah.
it's a real. And he said, no.
Interesting.
You're not a professional sport. I'm like,
interesting. Yeah,
that's terrible.
It is terrible. It is
it's
terrible.
terrible because it really
Yeah.
is. And all dance, ballet especially, teaches you alignment that will keep you healthy.
Yeah.
And it will keep as long as you, and of course, there's some like explosive movement in dance where you're going to get injured. I'm
course.
injured, but I think my injury kind of happened in the gym because I'm a gym rat too.
Yeah,
but it really is good for you.
Yeah,
And it
of
keeps you
course.
strong and lean and balanced. There's new studies that balance and proprioception and can, like, slow aging and keep you healthier for so much longer.
Makes
so.
sense. I know Dancing with Stars obviously has a bunch of athletes on there. Every one of them, after interviews, have said, this is the hardest physical thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, these are NFL players, basketball players who've obviously done amazing physical feats and training regimens, but they're literally said, this is tough. Like, you know what I mean? And that just shows, like, guys, this is a different ballgame. I mean, yes, they're doing things they've never done before, but these dancers are doing, like you, all your life. I mean, it's pretty impressive. But for them to say that, you're like, okay, you got to believe it, because these guys are amazing athletes and they're in shape as well. And they're like, this is very difficult.
Yes, I love that show for that reason,
Yeah.
especially. Like, it highlights it.
Yeah.
And also, it's kind of different for them too. I feel like they're performers, but there's so much more pressure on them,
Yes.
and they can appreciate what we do. That we're being watched. And when you're on this team, it's kind of like, oh, who are you watching? Are you watching the other team? Like, there's more.
That's so true. You're all focused
whereas
on
it's
them.
like, you're out there,
all
your
you.
eyes are on you. 350
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
If you fall, they see you,
100%.
and they laugh, or they're supportive.
Yeah, and I think people also they like I'm sure your dance squad, they grow camaraderie too.
Mm-hmm.
You're the partnership or whatnot, or a group number kind of thing. They have that camaraderie, which I'm sure you guys have too on your current show. But so you're here in Vegas. You're new to Vegas. What was your first experience with Vegas? Like, you actually physically are here now. What was like the eye-opening awakening? What would you feel?
Oh, well, obviously I came to dance, so it was like that was my goal. I came here to professionally dance.
Yeah.
And I did like a project in college. It was pick a city and see if you could become a professional dancer, because it's like people don't believe that it's possible.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. You're not gonna make money. You're gonna get treated like crap, like that kind of thing.
Sure.
And I chose Vegas,
Yeah.
and it was affordable.
Yeah.
It was doable, and
Yeah.
it just kind of like was the nail in the coffin for me. Like, of course I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
It really is a great place to live. It's close to LA.
Yep.
And I didn't want to move to other more maybe usual places for dance. New York City, it's in my state, but
Right.
I wanted to go somewhere that was more performance based and less like rigid. How could I say it?
That's more classical, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
in New York.
classical.
Yeah.
Right, you're more part of
Traditional.
like everybody looks
Cookie cutter?
Yeah,
sort
I
of.
don't want to say that, because there probably is, like, in modern companies, but just somewhere where I could shine more and
Sure.
and perform more.
There's
because
Juilliard's
that's
out
what I
there
love.
in New York, right? Yeah.
NYU, Fordham. I looked at a lot of dance schools in New York, but I didn't love it there. I didn't like it. It felt cold.
Sure.
Weather and
freezing.
So when I moved to Vegas, I wanted to find my job, so I started auditioning. I was working at a sports bar, Blondie's in Planet Hollywood, where we wore little skirts and did.
Is that the Cecil there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not dressed like cheerleaders anymore.
Oh, they're not? Oh, okay, that's funny.
I
Yeah.
think,
If you don't know what that is, it's a bar in Planet Hollywood, sports bar, right? Yeah, sports.
It's wild in there. Planet Hollywood is wild.
Yeah.
But they do like a $20 all you can drink. It was hell. And they did like a $3 breakfast where I would get nickel tips. But you had to do it. You have to work well. And you're kind of starting fresh. I didn't know anybody.
Sure. I
had a great job in Buffalo, a great bartending job, but you got to just get what you can. I'm really grateful for that job. And then as soon as I auditioned for like 6 months, definitely was rejected a couple times.
Did you tell people you're coming out here, like the different shows that you're moving here to do this, or did you just come here and then start your process?
Yeah, started. I wasn't very connected with anybody here to tell. And
Gotcha.
I think there are ways to do that now. Like once you're already established here, you can get contacts and be like, hey, I'd like a private audition. But back then it was you went to an app or a website at that time. VegasAuditions.com.
Okay.
And if there was a posting, now they're on Instagram or word of mouth. But just went to anyone that popped up. And I did go to Long Beach for one, a cruise contract. I was interested in that, but I didn't end up doing that.
Yeah, that's actually, that cruise one interests me the most because you get to travel, right?
So cool.
It's kind of cool, but you're also in a sardine for a while.
That's
the part.
Small they are.
Yeah.
And what I've heard is that you don't really get to see where you're porting, and that's.
You have a small window to do that, and there's regulations on what you can and kind of do in the boat, right? So I mean, it's you got to trade off. Like, I got to travel the world on the dime, which is cool, but then I'm sacrificing a little more freedom and this and that. But I hear people who do it for a long period of time, and people do it for one contract only, and go, hey, that was fun, but not something I want to do for a long period of time.
And you could save, and it's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I came here, and I'm so glad.
What cruise line did you apply for? What cruise line?
Royal Caribbean.
Okay, yeah. I'm a cruise person, but those performers and dancers are obviously very impressive as well. I mean, I'm not sure dancing on the water because I've been to shows where like the boat was rocking pretty straight, but the show was still going on. Wow. They canceled it one time when it was too much for safety reasons, but you can tell because they have like either streamer or something hanging from the ceiling. You can see them like rock back and forth so I could imagine dancing with you.
Even better at dancing to do that. I did a Disney cruise for visiting a friend who was a performer.
Okay.
And she was treated great. She got to live like a what do they call them, sailors? What do you call when you're
a captain?
No, a patron of the boat. Like
a guest.
A guest, yeah. She got to live like a guest, be in all the guest areas.
Oh, cool.
And it really, you couldn't even tell you were on a boat.
Very cool.
Most of the time, it was very settled.
Very nice.
But yeah, I still. The cruise thing would have been cool. I would have done a contract or two, but I did not get that audition. But very soon after, I got Fantasy, and it's been the best. I've never left. I've never auditioned
what other shows did you audition for?
Let me think. I think Vegas the show, which is a lovely show.
Is that a variety show or is that?
Yeah, there's a lot of dancing in it.
Okay.
It's changed since I've seen it, but there's some variety acts in there too.
Yep.
What else? Donnie and Marie. I auditioned for.
Yeah.
Is that it? Wow.
Do you see a lot of dancers hop within shows? Is that common too?
It depends. Like if shows close, which they have, especially since COVID, and a lot of girls like lost their jobs around that time, and it's not easy, but there's other and especially once you're established in the community and people have known you from gigs or that kind of thing. My one friend, I think she was in 3 or 4 shows at once, and she would do them all in a row.
Whoa! Yeah. Different shows?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like stressful.
That's
to, like,
crazy.
Park
Imagine you're on stage, like, oh, what show am I in right now?
Right. And she can do like every spot in our show.
Very impressive.
I definitely could not, but she's awesome.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Do you know other show performers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is it a community as well?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's friendly too. That's the other thing. I don't know if I knew it because I didn't have anybody to talk to before I moved here. What's the dance community like? But maybe I just kind of had a feeling like it's not. My show particularly, I'm not familiar with the like extreme gossip of other shows. But
Sure.
It's really friendly.
Yeah.
Like it is camaraderie, like you said. It's not like the movie Showgirls, like where they push each other down the stairs. Like we are.
We'll get into that.
We are sisters, and
that's good.
I've heard like little things about drama at other shows, but for the most part, like everybody knows everybody, usually from gigs.
Yeah.
So gigs being like freelancing, whether you're go-going or you're just like wearing a dress of champagne glasses, like that kind of work, which you can't get anywhere else.
No.
In Las Vegas, you can do a lot as a model dancer that you just could not do somewhere else.
Do people from California still come up here for those gigs, or do you think we have enough people and talent here locally that we can cover that?
We have a lot of talent here, but I know there are some girls, like sometimes they'll bring out LA dancers from other or for like residencies, like Mariah Carey or stuff like that.
Okay.
Like I've heard that those are LA dancers, or The Weeknd.
Is it because the choreographers are from LA usually, and then they
so.
bring their people?
Yeah,
okay,
I think so.
That makes sense. Okay, so you know people from different shows, weather shows. So we'll get into your show. So you are now with Fantasy. You've been with the show for how long now?
Ooh, I think 9 years.
9 years. That's a long time. So the show's been running for 20 plus years now. So, right, was it 20 or 25?
25.
20, yeah, 25 plus years. So one of the longest running Vegas shows, and you did go through COVID doing that. So what was that like, and what did you guys do there to sustain and still go on to this day and strong?
Yes, 25 years, and we are the second longest show on the Strip.
Wow.
To Mystere, I believe it's Cirque.
Okay.
Which
That's
I love
Cirque
that.
show.
It's like my favorite show ever.
It's a beautiful show. Yeah.
And yeah, it's because we keep the show fresh, and we are always changing numbers to keep it modern and exciting. We keep our like staple numbers that are. We have a lot of returning fans. They're our iconic numbers, but through COVID, that was wild.
Yeah.
I remember being in the dressing room after the show, and they're like, "Yeah, pack up your stuff. We're not going to be here for a while." And we're just like, "What? What do you mean?" Like there was no number.
Because no one knew what was going on.
Right. Nobody did. And for something like a show, which is in a casino full of people, and you're sitting right next to somebody, it's like, it's not the first thing to come back. Of
course.
For sure.
No,
It's not healthcare or a government job. So we waited a long time. We did the COVID thing. We sat at home. We definitely.
How long were you closed for then?
Oh, well, we opened twice. I think we reopened closed in March.
Yeah.
I don't think we reopened again until, I want to say November.
Wow.
Yeah, and then maybe we had to close again. I remember that. We were like, no way. And then reopened again in July. But do not quote me on those because I can't remember. But something like that. It was a long time.
That's a long time. Did you guys lose a lot of your people then? Or people kind of hung around?
People waited, and we did a lot of stuff online to, like we did like, it was cute, like put virtual numbers together where we would each dance in our houses and then like put together in a video and we did lives, a lot of Instagram lives where we answered questions for our fans. We have a lot of great fans.
Wow.
So we stayed connected and
That's
made sure
huge.
that they knew we're still here. We're still gonna perform for you.
Who took the lead on that?
Probably our social media, and we all just contributed what we could and just did what we could while we were scared for our futures.
Of course.
So that's when I decided that I needed kind of like a backup plan, and I had always liked the human body. I did a yoga training, and I did a physical or personal training thing, and it was just not really quite right. Like I liked it, but I liked the anatomy and physiology a little too much. Like,
got it.
I was saying like, like biceps femoris in my yoga class, and people don't like that.
Like what?
That was before COVID.
They're like this part hurts. That's it.
Right, like please, I'm trying to be zen. Can you not throw like
That's
this
funny.
crazy?
You're not
terminology?
relaxing me at all.
And I don't like the pushy sales aspect of personal training.
Sure.
But then I found nursing, and it was just like, this
Very,
is it.
very cool.
So anyway, sorry. Back to COVID.
Yeah.
When we reopened, we reopened in a bigger theater that's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
So our theater, the Atrium Theater of Luxor, seats 350. It's small, it's intimate, and it's how it's supposed to be. We've been there since the beginning.
Okay.
Because our show is like playful and cute, and we really, we play off of the audience energy.
Sure.
So when we opened in that bigger theater, it's at 1,500.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, and how 50 people is how many we opened for. So that they could socially distance
You said
the audience.
50 people?
50.
Oh wow! And like just every other row or something, or just all
6
over?
feet.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so they marked it
that's
off,
right.
and then we had a whole rehearsal with masks and rulers to.
Did you have to wear masks too?
Yeah.
And then you had to separate your 6 feet from your people too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word!
And there was some crazy math that had to happen too. Like you couldn't be next to the same person for over some moments of time. I don't know, a couple
If you
minutes.
think about it, it's all just ludicrous stuff.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
And it's just not how we made it work, and it was kind of fun for me since I grew up concert dance.
Okay.
I dance big, so when you dance big, sometimes you hit your friend if she's
Sure.
close to you. So
Sure.
I didn't hate it. You
Yeah.
had to dance bigger. There was a huge you had to really project.
Was there less girls on numbers now because of this too, or no? Same amount, just to spread out
Same
more.
amount,
Okay.
but spread out, and
Okay.
we wore the masks,
Oh, okay.
plastic masks that we actually ended up cutting.
Interesting.
You can't breathe.
Yeah.
They would fog up. So the whole point was like, okay, you could still see your smile because the smile's huge in dancing and your facial expression. So we got the clear ones, but it was hard.
That's interesting.
Was
And I'm guessing the guests had masks too.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see if they were even enjoying themselves. It was just all you saw. That's hard to feed off. Like you said, the attendance of feedback or whatnot, right? And you said you play off the audience.
Totally. And the claps, if they're spread out like that, it was like felt like a golf clap when you take your top off. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go jump off a cliff now.
That's
but
interesting.
Then every couple, remember how every couple weeks more things would open and they would lift some restrictions. So we just would be so excited every time we could have like 100 people, 150 people. We would like cheer and be so happy. And it really, you could tell.
Interesting.
You could tell the difference.
You guys are probably in front of everything because you really want to know what was next because it helped your show, helped you guys perform, helped you guys. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And obviously we wanted those masks off.
Of course. No, I'm sure the attendants did. You guys did. I can only imagine breathing in a mask, doing anything physical. It's like asking an athlete to wear that. They didn't. They didn't ask the NFL players or NBA players to wear masks while they played.
They didn't?
No. Yeah, they're completely off. They were isolated in their own hotel, but they didn't wear any mask. So that's
really interesting.
Now they're not fair to you guys either, which is crazy. But kudos to you guys for still continuing to push forward through the nonsense that it was, because a lot of people, I think a lot of shows did close and never came back. I mean, that's rough. And for the fact that you guys did your things, whether it be social media based or whatever, and then just like, all right, if it's 50 people, let's do it. And then just kind of grow from there until obviously you're still here today. Mm-hmm. So kudos, 25 years is amazing. So besides what you guys did, what else set you guys apart from your show to make you guys 25 years long running and strong?
So we really have a good thing going. Our boss, Anita, is a genius. She's out of LA. She choreographed for Elvis. She's just remarkable, wonderful woman. And she knows how to run both a business and she's a dancer herself. Yeah. So she knows what works and what's good for. She also cares about us.
Sure.
So makes sure that we're happy and we're healthy. If we're putting in a new number and there's something that's like going to be a little hard on us every single night, she's like, yeah, let's not do that then.
Got it.
Because we are doing it every single night, sometimes twice a night. Yeah. So she caters to us and she caters to our demographic and makes sure that our audience is always excited and happy with our show. We recognize that everybody...
Did she literally start the show?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
It was called Midnight Fantasy, and I think it started at midnight, which is crazy because 10:30 is too late for me at this time.
10:30 is too late for me.
It's hard for people. I'll tell them, like, oh, that's way past my bedtime. Like, okay, well, stay up one time. Like, it's not that bad.
That's funny.
But yeah, we're out of there. We're out of there by midnight, 12:15. Because we do a meet and greet.
Okay.
Which also got nixed during COVID, obviously.
Of course.
It's kind of nice, but I didn't just say that.
Just to go home early.
But yeah, so we have a lot of. Anita brings in a lot of guest choreographers that are just. It's crazy how blessed we are. Like celebrity choreographers that did So You Think You Can Dance, like Mandy Moore, Jenna and Val, just wonderful people that did great numbers for us.
It also excites the dancers, right? Like you're bringing these talented choreographers in. Yeah. It freshens up things, kind of thing. Because let's face it, these shows can get stale, right? If you're not switching it up, if you're doing the same thing that's mundane, you're gonna have high turnover, and then your attendance is gonna get dropped lower and lower, right? So it's important that on the back of the scenes that they're still doing this, and you're still smiling, talking about it. I mean, let's talk about just a career in general. How many people can smile on a career for 10 years and go, I still love it? Not very many people. Totally. So right. So the fact that you can still I still love it, and also I still promote it, and you still believe in it, that's huge.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And when our return, we have a lot of return people all the time. Oh, we were just here 2 years ago. Oh, we were here before. Well, I've been here 100 times. There's literally a guy who's been here over 100 times, and he loves to tell us every time.
Does he have like a special pin he wears or something?
He should have a pin.
Or does he have his own seat? Oh, I'm surprised they have a little seat on it for his name.
But he's sweet. But they're always just like, oh, I love the new number, or what happened to that number? Yeah, this one's better. Like it's really cool that they remember us and they tell it's word of mouth. People always say, go see this show. It's the best.
Yeah.
So that's really like great for us too.
Yeah. So I'm a dancing fan. So I watched So You Can Dance. I've never seen Dance with Stars too much, but So You Can Dance was definitely in my household growing up. My sister was a born and raised dancer. She did tap and jazz and the whole deal. I never danced. I should have. But I did hip hop later. So yeah. So yes, I did.
So cute.
I did hip hop. Actually, I used to choreograph hip hop a little bit too.
No
So yeah. So I
way.
loved it. I enjoy it. So I appreciate dancing so much. I know that show was Hero. Have you thought about auditioning? Did you ever try auditioning for other of those competition dancing shows?
No. Oh well. Of course I would want to.
Sure.
Probably a show like So You Think You Can Dance. It was just the choreographers you get to work with and you get to learn so much.
Yeah.
Even besides just being on TV
Sure.
and how fun that is. But no, I didn't feel like I was good enough. Confidence, But it's amazing what they do.
Yeah.
And looking back, I probably should have and would have.
Yeah.
I do have, I wouldn't say regrets, but
Sure.
I wish that I had auditioned more and done more stuff like that.
Sure.
But I was on TV once.
For what?
Well, actually, a couple of times. We did fantasy. We did like a game show once that was like a clue game. Get a clue, I think it was called. It was kind of like catchphrase, but within your team. That was weird. We almost won, but we didn't win the grand prize. It was a long day.
Okay.
TV is crazy
I
what
can
goes
imagine.
on. There are long days.
Yeah.
But the TV show I'm referring to was I was on like a one season kind of flop where it was a cross between the dating game, I think it's called, from like the 70s, and kind of like, I don't know, like The Bachelor-ish.
Okay.
But it was one day, so I wasn't there for like weeks on end, and it was just like a weird beauty pageant where we got chosen by a guy who was like behind a screen. It was odd.
What?
But anyway, I did win that one, and
you did?
Yeah, he chose me, and we got engaged on TV, and it was really
What?
weird. And
What?
don't try to find it anywhere, because the only place I think it is my mom's DVR, and we are not going there for it. But
word!
I got engaged to this guy on TV. I got a big prize, and I just kind of wanted my own show out of it. Like I hoped that I would get, she was great. Let's have her do her own because she didn't work out with that guy. No. Nothing happened.
Wow. So was TMZ around during this time or anything, or or any of those kind of TV shows where they would interview after or whatnot?
No. They were. I like Googled it, of course.
Okay.
But to be honest, I couldn't. Though when it aired, I was so anxious about it airing because I don't really love myself on video.
It's weird. No one does. I don't
and
either.
I was just like, ugh. So when it what did I do? Like, I was still my authentic self. Like everybody, all my support system was like, yeah, that was so you. You were very authentic. But I would never get engaged to a guy after 20 minutes. Like,
wow.
So I felt a little grody about it, but. And just like embarrassed, like what did I just made out with this dude? Like what was this?
That's crazy.
So when it aired, I was a couple margaritas deep. So I don't even know if I've ever seen the whole thing.
Wow.
Sober,
dig that
but
up. Yeah.
afterwards they were like, okay, you guys are gonna go on Good Morning America. And I'm like, yes, this is my moment. I'm gonna shine. They never did it, and they never sent me the ring either. Like they were supposed to. It was a beautiful celebrity ring. Like I'm like, okay, I can put on this.
Wow. What TV station was it on?
ABC.
Oh, wow, so it was a gnome. Like, yeah. Interesting.
We won't say the name of it, but
sure.
I'll tell you later.
That's fascinating. I didn't know that. That's crazy. There was a long stint where there was a lot of those reality shows. Like, remember Joe Millionaire? And that's probably the same time you were doing your show that way, and then Bachelor was obviously still pretty huge now. Yeah.
But I never watched. I don't never been a Bachelor person.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was going through dating in Vegas is just brutal.
I never had to, thank goodness.
Good for you. Because let me tell you, I could have a TV show just about that. A comedy skit just about the people that I've dated. But somebody sent to me like, you should fill out this form and go on this TV show. And I was like, I had an injury at the time, so I'm like, all right, just like as a joke. But I guess my answers were great, and then they kept being like, okay, so now send us pictures of you in Buffalo. Okay, now tell us this, now tell us that. And then the next thing I knew, they're like, all right, we're gonna fly you to LA this day, and then we shot in one day, I think. But that kind of what I was saying earlier with the they definitely kind of like they don't tell you what to say, but they kind of steer you with what they want for TV, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So that's why, and a show like So You Think You Can Dance, you're able to just do what you want and be yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't think that TV is for me unless I'm actually acting, whereas not just being like a caricature of myself.
Yeah.
So So
yeah, good for you. And the fact for you to know that it's nice, like that. Hey, I think you realize when the producer started telling you things like, okay, oh, I know where this show is going. Like I know, okay, now I'm gonna play this part, and we'll go from there.
That's kind of how I took it.
Understood. All right, so that's fascinating. You're on that show. I did not know that about you. Now it's crazy. It's taking everything in my power not to Google this, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, but yeah. So all right, so you're now in fantasy. You're doing well. So tell me what you guys do a lot with the community too. So tell me what you guys do with the community for Vegas, because you're such a staple here in Vegas. So what do you guys do there?
That's another amazing part of our show. We are very involved. We go to all the red carpets and those type of events that are fundraisers. Gosh, One Drop, Power of Love, all of these amazing things. Every year, so we shoot a calendar every summer, and the part of the proceeds goes to a selected foundation every year.
Very cool.
Our last calendar was for the Liberace Foundation, which is it provides arts to the community, underdeveloped communities, which is just amazing.
Of course.
How many talented children might not be able to pursue because they don't have the funds, and dance is expensive.
Oh, it is very expensive.
God. Yeah. And then this upcoming one, what are we doing this year? I don't know if I can tell you yet. I can tell you.
You can break it here, or we can find out later.
Yeah, I should have brought you. Well, we didn't shoot a calendar last year. Because we did our 25th anniversary commemorative book, which I definitely should have brought you.
Oh, it's like a hardcover book?
No, it's like a pretty, like, it's really soft. I like the book. I'm on the cover of it.
Oh, congrats.
So it's all of our, like, best pictures and our lineup photos, and then like there's pages that have all of our magazine covers. We're on the Las Vegas magazine cover a lot. Cool. That's always super cool when someone will send me a picture of me on a magazine in their hotel room. Like, oh my gosh, that's the billboards. It's like, it's surreal, that this has become my life when it was just like a dream before. But the proceeds of the calendar, I love that part of
super
what
cool.
we do. Yeah.
And we host the Super Bowl recently in F1. Were you any part of those events?
Usually Super Bowl, we will just do parties that are in either Luxor and Mandalay Bay.
Got it.
And we'll just be there for fun and taking pictures
photo
and
ops.
helping, that kind of stuff. But F1, the first year we performed, which was amazing.
Cool. Like on the track or where?
We had like a stage set up right in front of the Bellagio fountains between the fountain clubs, which were just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And of course they let us like take a lap up there and be with all these cool people. And, amazing food, like all of the best chefs
were there. Oh, I saw the lineup was insane.
Oh, I had some wagyu that was just like, what?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, that was awesome. We performed every night there. And then last year we didn't perform. We just did, again, photo ops. So we wore our showgirl headdresses. Like, people still love that, even though
it's Vegas classic.
We don't see very much of that anymore. It used to be like with Jubilee and those shows, more modern, but people still want, even downtown with the people that aren't even dancers wearing the headdresses, they take their pictures.
That's
with
so true.
them.
So true.
It's nice to keep it relevant.
No, I love that. So you guys do a lot of events and you're out into the community. I think that's what helped you keep your guys' longevity. I mean, really well. Not only longevity, but also the strength of continuing for growth as well. Do a lot of girls who want to do is fantasy like their pinnacle? Like, hey, that's the show they look up to if they want to do that kind of style of dance. Is that what do you think that is? I
think it depends on what styles you love and what kind of dancing. If you are comfortable being topless, I didn't see fantasy until the night before my audition, but once I saw it, I said, that's cool. I love that, and it ended up being
smart that you just like, hey, let me check this out before I go into it.
Well, I auditioned for something that you don't want to be in.
No, for sure.
But there are dancers there when you're covered, when you have more, sturdier, more covered costumes, you might be able to dance more because you don't want to be flopping around everywhere.
Sure, no,
you know what
for
I mean?
Sure.
So maybe if you want to do, or more hip hop, you want to be in like light balance where they're wearing the light suits and they're doing hip hop. I'm sure you know. Yeah. It really depends on what you're after, and if you want to, my show, we're featured. They say our names multiple times throughout the show. It's cool. That's amazing. Yeah. The audience gets to know you personally, like. And that's how they pick their favorites. Whereas other shows, you might be kind of just one of many.
Got it.
And we've added a lot more dancing than we did when I first started.
Gotcha.
And that's awesome too.
Yeah.
I obviously love to dance. And I've heard that it is a sought after show.
That's
that
very
people will know us. People. I met a girl that was like, I met your brother, and I told him that. Or he said, I know my sister's name's Abby. She's a dancer too. And the girl was like, the icon of fantasy? And I was like, no no way somebody
Like,
said
I made it.
that.
I made it.
Like that's like amazing
That's
that
cool.
other people
Very cool.
look up to our show in
That's
that
super
way.
cool. Super cool.
So yeah.
So all right, let's plug your show. Tell me if someone's what's your elevator pitch for fantasy? Tell me what would that show be like?
Oh, it's the best show ever. It's great for everybody. I've never really met somebody that's been like, ugh.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
for me. Like everybody loves it. Old people, young people, couples. Obviously, bachelor parties, bachelorettes. We get a lot of bachelorettes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, everybody likes something, and
It's still an art form. People forget. It's just it's dance. It's beautiful, right?
it's dance.
Yeah.
We have a host every night that sings and does comedy. And,
Oh, cool.
Our headliner Lorena is incredible.
Yeah.
Like her voice, and she's never been trained classically, and her voice is like something else. And she's hilarious. She's just a goofball. So, and then we have an aerial performer every night who does pole, and then she does silks.
Oh, wow.
So you get
That's
a
like
little
cirque.
of everything.
Yeah.
Oh my
At
gosh,
that point,
she's so good.
that's super cool. I didn't know that was part of the show too.
Yeah.
So you have singers, dances, and a little aerial as well. Wow.
Yeah, so you get a lot of different idioms of art, and then it's quick. You know, you're not. I think it's 75 minutes. You're not sitting there like dying to leave. Like it goes fast. It is very entertaining, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's classy. It's tasteful, and we're versatile and diverse.
Yeah.
So we're not all the same height. We're not all the same body. We appeal to everybody's fantasy. Everybody has a different favorite every night. It's not like one person is just always
Sure.
You know, and everybody gets highlighted, and I love that about our show too. Like nobody is just stealing all the spotlight. Everybody gets their highlighted number where they do what they do best, and that's just really amazing.
That's awesome. That's cool. So show 75 minutes long, like you said. How many girls are performing typically on every night?
Eight
Okay.
dancers, and then the one aerialist. She's not a dancer. We've in the past have had a dancer aerialist do both, but at this time we have our one just star aerialist.
Very cool.
She's from Ukraine. She's a wonderful.
Oh, very cool.
performer.
So, and how many dancers do you have total? So I know you said you have sometimes you have there's a term where they come and go or something that
Swing.
Swing. Yeah. So swing. So how many dancers do you have total in your?
I feel like we probably have only like 12. Right
Okay.
now,
Okay.
something
So
like that.
okay.
So we have the girls that swings come in. Everybody needs a night off or vacation or an injury, sickness. So we have the girls that will come in and save the day. And they're also required to be very versatile because they're just jumping into a track, or they might have to jump into a track they've never done before and learn it really quick before the show. So they're very important to us.
Wow.
And some girls are 5 days, some girls are full time.
Yeah.
So I'm currently 4 days, which is weird for me. I'm used to being 6, but with nursing school, I literally just cannot. But you know, those other girls, they might come in. You know, they might be a swing, but they might work three nights a week, 4 nights a week. So it really gives you an opportunity that those girls tend to do other shows as well to make enough money, gigs.
Got it.
So yeah.
So 8 girls, 12 girls, 12 to in and out, swap in and out, and you 7 days a week.
Yeah,
7
every
days,
day,
wow.
unless it's COVID, like New Year's Eve, Christmas Day, whatever it is, we are there. And some days, so every night we're 10:30.
Okay.
Sundays we do an 8 p.m. show as well.
Okay.
We share the theater with Carrot Top, so
okay.
when he's not there, we tend to utilize the space.
Gotcha.
So he tours, and then
okay.
sometimes he goes home to Florida. So if MGM wants us to do an extra show, we will. So there's about once a month we'll do additional 8 p.m. shows.
Okay. So 2 shows nightly. Is that correct?
Not every night.
No, okay,
but every night 10:30. Occasionally. We'll do 8 p.m.
Gotcha. Okay. And then do you see a busier season versus not? Or is it kind of?
Honestly, I was confused because it's been a little slow lately.
Sure.
And I thought that summers were busy, but I might be just confused and thinking about Vegas in general.
Sure.
Like I used to work at the pools, and obviously summer is the time for pools.
Yeah.
We're busiest during conventions. So Vegas has a lot of conventions, and those guys, they
Beginning
don't
of
want
the
to go
year.
out and party, but they want something to do after their long day of conventions, and our show's pretty much perfect for that.
I think what's interesting. I think Vegas for the longest time, summer was our bread and butter for like pools and clubs. I think it's kind of shifted now, spread out throughout the year, because come November you have F1, come December you have New Year's, and then January, and then you have what do you have in January? Super Bowl, and then February Super Bowl. So and then March Madness and March. So you have a lot of different things.
Totally.
It's more spread out now than before. So I wonder if that's what you're feeling now. But I hear overall tourism has dropped a little bit here too. So I'm not sure if that's what you're feeling too.
That's probably what it is.
But yeah.
I have heard that, and other shows are feeling it too.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I mean, restaurant. My girlfriend works in a nice restaurant in Aria. She feels it. So it's just the time. And it will pass. And we're doing everything we can, and we're still doing very well.
Very cool. No, it's I haven't seen the show, but I've heard great things, obviously, from you many times. But always funny. I'm driving on the 15 freeway. There's that big marquee. Mandalay Bay has that big old screen, and you're on there.
I know.
it's cool. I mean,
It's,
I just got to feel just crazy.
It's just unreal.
Yeah.
Especially when it first comes up and you see it for the first time and you're like, what? Or somebody sends you it and they're like, oh my God, saw your big face on the thing. But it does not get old, I'll tell you. And then I'm working on a scrapbook because I'm corny. And I've always wanted to make and I'm on a break from school, so I have nothing to do with myself. Just like going crazy. So like printing out all the pictures and going through.
That's so smart, though.
It's just, that's smart. Obviously the internet's not going to go anywhere, but I have this like, oh my God, what if I lose Instagram, or what if my phone breaks? Like everything's in the cloud.
Good call.
I wanted to do it, and so like just seeing over the years all I've done and how excited I've been at every little promo, like it's just.
No, I think we take for granted, especially for you, Abby. You get to be exposed to so many cool things, cool people throughout the 9 years you've been doing, right? To have those mementos is huge because, unfortunately, we live so much. We're just so like this, right? It's hard to look back in the past or even live in the moment, like, wow, I'm really doing this, right? Like this is actually happening, right? Because you're obviously you're front stage, you're putting on your persona. You gotta do what you gotta do. Then you go home and then you kind of go reflect, like, oh wow, that was pretty amazing. Or when you start putting things together on that scrap, you're like, oh, that's right. Like that was a fun day. Like, oh, that was super memorable. You know what I mean? Right. So it's very smart that you're doing that.
It's nice to ground you again and be like, whoa, and remember and be grateful, because any job you do for a long time, you could take it for granted.
100%.
I always try to remember and when new girls come into and they do something for the first time, it's like kind of like relights it for you. Like,
you can relive through them. Like, oh, that's so cool. So your first day, your first performance, how'd you feel? Like, well, your curtains open up and it's go time. What'd you feel?
Extreme terror.
Yeah.
Terror. Performing people can be addicted to adrenaline and cortisol and that kind of stuff, but like it's fun but that one was scary.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Sure.
Because I came into a new town, all these girls that I didn't know, and they were maybe not sure about me.
Sure.
It felt more pressure. Obviously, a boss now that could nip you if she didn't like you.
Sure.
Just because you are put into auditions and put into rehearsals after an audition doesn't mean that you're going to be in the show.
Okay. You're still in that trial period, I guess you could say.
Yeah, 100%. And if you suck on stage, then sucking on stage does not mean like, okay, you mess up the choreography. It's like if you're not captivating the audience and you're not performing and selling it.
Because they have standards. Like this is what we want from our performers, right?
Yeah, but my boss has said it. Like you can mess up. She doesn't care about that. It's how you sell it and how you recover and that's
and chemistry probably too, right?
Totally. If you mesh with she really is about us blending and looking not together, not the same.
Sure.
Yes, together, dancing wise, but we don't all need to look the same. She loves that we're different.
You want to be synchronized, but then individualized, right?
Yes, yeah. So my first show, it was just kind of a blackout of scariness.
Nice.
And it takes a while. Like it takes a minute to get used to dancing topless. And just getting comfortable up there, but once it's like nothing now. It's like I mess up and I used to cry. I used to be devastated when I would mess up on stage, and now it's like, oh, that was hilarious. One of the guys the other day, the girl messed up, and one of my dear friends, and it happens. Like we have a chair in one of the numbers, and she like kicked the chair over, and that's happened a million times. Like people kick the chair over. It's not a big deal. We just laugh. But the guy came up and he's like, "Did you mean to kick that chair over?" I noticed it. Like he was a genius.
Hilarious.
Like, no, that was part of the choreography. But yeah, I mean, they noticed. But she like laughed and it was cute. And the audience loves that. They love to know that you're real. Yeah. And it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's gonna be imperfect, and that's okay, right?
Live
and that's
theater.
okay. 100%.
I mean, that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
You don't want to see AI fantasy, a bunch of robots.
I don't want to go that direction at all.
No, me neither. So that is a beautiful thing. You cannot replace us.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that's great, and I think the fact that you guys can play it off and recover is obviously super important too. Any funny stories on top of your mind? They're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened.
There's been so many. The one that always comes to mind. It was pretty early in my career, and my boss was watching that night. I'm pretty certain in my memory. So we dance with these chiffons that come down, so it's just like long drapes, and we just dance with them, and they're like somewhat sheer, so you have to see it to understand it. But we just dance with the curtain, like not curtain, chiffon, and my chiffon did not come out. So there was 4 of them and
Sure.
4 dancers.
Sure.
And these girls all had their chiffons, they're dancing, and I just went out there and danced with nothing. Just naked out there, just being like, yeah, dancing with nothing. And after all the girls were like, why did you go on? Like, you should have just not gone on.
Yeah.
I don't know, like ever since I was a little girl, they told you, just keep dancing. Your shoe falls off, just keep dancing. So that's like embedded in me. Like, no matter what, I'm going to keep dancing.
That's funny.
And I did. And if I remember correctly, my boss loved it because I still did it. And
good for you.
so that one I'll always remember. And I've kicked the chair for sure. I've done I'm trying to think what else.
After how many dances is it bound to something?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And so when I was talking about swinging, so you could be a swing and then you can also swing a number. So there's tracks. So if you're full time, you have a track and then dance, and they're all different. Like, you're not your same track the whole show.
Yeah.
So if I'm off, somebody jumps in and does Abby track for this, but she might do Mariah track for that one. Like, it's confusing and it's a lot. So I'm spoiled and I mostly do my own tracks, but occasionally I'll have to do a different track if somebody else learns my track, one of the new girls, and then you have to jump into another spot.
Yep.
And I've definitely had some really rough ones where I'm just like when you were used to doing something the same way every single night, and then suddenly you have to do it on the left as opposed to the right.
Yeah. I can see that.
I was just like yelling on stage, like, what am I doing?
That's the show I want to be at. Just so that sounds fun to watch.
Again, used to cry. Now I'm just like, whoa, I need to watch that playback because
funny.
that is comedy.
Well, cool. Like I said, I think I'm proud of you, Abby. The long-running show, what a great show. Staple in Vegas. So I applaud Anita for doing what she does. That's huge. So I'm going to put the link underneath the podcast to check out the show for the show.
Yes.
Go see it. I will see it. I know you invited me many times. I will definitely do that. But
if you don't come, you're in trouble.
I apologize. You're welcome. Okay, but thank you so much for your time. And you're known in Vegas. It's pretty cool. So congrats.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, girl.
Yay.
Congrats.
Thank you.